Hi, this is Jon Southurst reporting for Bitsonline.com, and we're at the Satoshi's Vision conference in Tokyo. I'm talking to Peter Rizun of Bitcoin Unlimited. So, Peter, how are you enjoying the conference?
It's fantastic. It is really great to just see how many people came out in support of Bitcoin Cash. This is the second Satoshi's Vision conference. The first was held in 2015 in San Francisco.
2015?
2015.
So, actually 3 years ago.
Maybe it was 2016. It could have been 2016. It was 2016. So it was about a year and a half ago.
It was a long way before the fork, in any case.
Yes, it was a long way before the fork. But it was while during the moments when this block size debate was really heated up, and Bitcoin Unlimited was trying to increase the block size.
Right.
And it's just amazing. That conference had like 25 people. Now we have 400 people, and we could have sold more tickets. So it's awesome how much growth we've seen in support for Bitcoin as cash.
Right. So when was the idea for Bitcoin Cash as a separate coin to Bitcoin actually born?
It was, I guess, probably around the time of the New York Agreement. So this was about a year ago at the Consensus Conference in New York. So there was the Silver Accord of the New York Agreement to basically combine SegWit and 2 megabyte blocks. And we were worried that, we wanted 2 megabyte blocks or bigger blocks, but we didn't want SegWit. We're like, okay, well, let's agree to a compromise. But we were worried that the small block side would go back on their deal, right? So at that point in time, which happened, but at that point in time, we didn't think it would happen. Well, some people thought it would. I didn't think it would happen. So I was looking at Bitcoin Cash as plan B. That's the backup plan in case something fishy happens with BTC. Turns out that something fishy did happen with BTC, so now BCH is plan number 1.
Okay, cool. So even though this is more of a technical and academic conference, but I've seen a lot of technical improvements that would lead to greater adoption. Things like instant transactions, more efficient mobile wallets, that kind of thing. I think you were talking about it's
called subchains is a word you're looking for.
Subchain, not sidechains, subchains. So tell us about subchains.
So subchains are a way to leverage the work that the miners are already doing. So kind of using that work, like the byproducts that they throw out anyways, like recycling that to build a certain substructure or subchain within each block. And the point of that is to improve scalability, reduce fees, and make transactions more reliable. In particular, instant transactions or zero comp transactions.
So you think by using subchains it is possible to have instant confirmation, or as Amore was saying, maybe in less than 3 seconds?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call them confirmations, but I think it will be feasible to make instant transactions that are secure to 99% certainty within a few seconds. Yes, that's the goal.
Interesting, yeah. And so if you say 99% certainty, is there a chance that someone's gonna find a way to exploit that 1% uncertainty and focus on that?
I mean, you're never going to have perfect reliability for these instant transactions. Whether it's 99 or 99.9 or 99.999, I'm not sure. I think we can do pretty good. There's always going to be a little room for exploitation. And we see that in all payment methods, right? Like credit cards have some fraud rate. Interact has some fraud rate.
Yeah, I don't think they even have 99%.
Yeah, so I think we can. I think Bitcoin can be better than all the existing payment systems, even for instant transactions.
Yeah, and Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash transaction is settled, whereas a credit card transaction is okay. It's approved, but it's not settled for months afterwards.
Exactly. So although you might get instant feedback within a second that your credit card transaction is approved, that can be reverted 3 months down the road.
Yeah.
In Bitcoin, it can be reverted with a very low probability only 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later.
Right.
By the time the next day has come, you know that transaction is settled.
Yeah. Settled as in final.
Final, yeah.
It cannot be reversed by anybody.
Definitely.
All right. So where do you see Bitcoin Cash in about 5 or 10 years from now? Do you think will it still be around, for starters?
Okay, the answer I'm going to give is a bit controversial. I would say...
Controversy is good.
Maybe.
Right.
I I think probably. But I think either Bitcoin Core or BTC, whatever you want to call it, either that will be around or BCH will be around. I don't think they will both survive long term. I think BCH is the better bet right now. I hold more BCH than BTC, but I still hold BTC because I could see BTC finally getting their act together, raising the block size limit, and implementing some of the things that we're implementing. Basically, BTC being forced to smarten up because of all the things that BCH is doing.
And what would have to happen within the BTC development community for that to occur?
They would have to just undergo some self-reflection and maybe have this come to Jesus moment when they realize that they're massively losing market share to altcoins, to Bitcoin Cash, other things, that they've given up on Bitcoin as cash. They've given up on Bitcoin as defined in the Satoshi white paper. So if they realize that, maybe because the price is falling faster than the altcoins or something, and they say, okay guys, we gotta get our act together, maybe they would start doing what we've been trying to do for years. And the worry there is because BTC has that ticker symbol that the whole world recognizes, right? So there's a fair amount of value in that. So that's the risk.
We get a lot of those outside investors and potentially all of the institutional investors, and they don't care anything about transaction block sizes or scalability or anything like that.
Right. So much money just wants to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And if BTC is what they think Bitcoin is, they're going to buy BTC. It doesn't matter that it's no longer usable as digital cash.
Yeah, still most people I know, they know Bitcoin well, but they've never heard of Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right, something probably will happen. Okay, so what's next on the agenda?
For me or for the conference?
For you.
For me, well, tomorrow I'm here at the conference, and then my girlfriend came out to Japan with me.
Right.
So we're kind of turning this to a work holiday.
Excellent.
So Wednesday we're at a glamping resort at the base of Mount Fuji. So glamping is glamorous camping. So we're staying in this cool little pod in the woods, all private, but there's no electronics or anything like that.
Did they take Bitcoin?
I don't think so.
People seem to think that Japan is some crypto paradise where everyone accepts Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. It's not quite there yet.
However, the electronics store beside my hotel does. There's a sign right on the front, Bitcoin accepted.
Very nice. There you go. Okay, well, then we're well on the road. All right, where can people hear more about you if they want?
Well, I have an uncommon name, Peter Rizun, R-I-Z-U-N. So Google me, and there's lots of hits that come up. You can watch the different talks I've given or papers I've written.
Great. Okay, thanks a lot. That's Peter Rizun from Bitcoin Unlimited, and I'm Jon Southurst for Bitsonline.com. See you next time.